26% of the world's population lack access to clean drinking water. In today's world, saving water is vital. One way we can combat this conundrum is by using water from unexpected places. One of these such alternate water resources is gray water. Gray water is produced by people who come every day, like washing dishes or taking showers. Instead of just letting the usable water near the drain, we can reuse it. As we become more worried about not having enough water to keep our planet healthy, it's important to look into alternate sources of water. Today, I will explain how gray water systems function, as well as how gray water can contribute to alleviating water scarcity and why it's so important to the future of our planet. Gray water is a type of wastewater that is usable in everyday life. Gray water is produced by common house appliances like dishwashers, washing machines, showers, and sinks. Dishwasher and washing machines both create gray water when they clean dishes and clothes, while showers and sinks produce gray water during personal routines. Gray water is classified as partially contaminated water. It is not suitable for drinking because of its impurities. Gray water itself is a mixture of water containing substances like food particles, dirt, soap, chlorine, chemicals, and microorganisms. It can be treated for reuse in non-drinking activities like watering plants or flushing toilets. Gray water systems can vary in their size and complexity. The most basic gray water systems consist of a burner switch, which can be manually activated, and a collection tank, which can store the water. Although the collection tank can store water for long periods of time, it's best management practice to use the water for 24 hours of collection to prevent the spread of bacteria. When the diverter switch is activated, it diverts our gray water to a collection tank, which is then stored the gray water, and if called upon, feed the gray water back in the pipe for reuse. When the switch is deactivated, the water will follow the pipe's original path to the sewer. Gray water systems that are more complex include several additions. The most common addition of gray water systems is hose. Hoses can be used to leak gray water in gardens or outdoor restrooms. Pumps are also a common addition of gray water systems. Although usually in additions, pumps are sometimes necessary in relocating water, fighting against gravity, in order to deliver gray water to specific locations. One of the more extravagant additions to gray water systems are filters. Filters can be installed in either the gray water storage tank or the pipes which the gray water travels through. Their job is to purify the water so that it can use even more flush of the house. Gray water is used around the world for various reasons, which can range from saving on the water bill to collecting water for droughts. Gray water systems can help reduce the water bill by reusing the water that would have been disposed of regardless and recycling it back in pipes and appliances. In places like Australia, the scarcity of water is a large problem. Gray water emerges as a savior. In both rural and urban Australia, gray water is a helping hand against the threats of droughts and water contamination by collecting and rotating gray water throughout homes. If not for gray water in Australia, troubles around water usage and conservation will be much more severe. All across Australia, gray water helps save and protect people against the suffering accompanied by water shortages. In the United States, the use of gray water is gaining attention as a sustainable water management strategy. While regulations vary by state, many regions are increasingly promoting the use of gray water as non-potable purposes such as landscape irrigation, toilet flushing, and laundry. In states such as California and Arizona, various policies have been implemented to encourage gray water recycling, offering incentives to homeowners and providing guidance on safe and efficient gray water usage. Additional incentives aimed at promoting water conservation and reducing strain on municipal water supplies has spurred interest in gray water reuse all across the country. As concerns grow over water scarcity and environmental sustainability, the adoption of gray water systems presents a practical solution to reduce water stress and promote responsible water use practices within the United States. As we face the growing problem of not having enough usable water in the world, it's important to realize how much unconventional water resources such as gray water can be of assistance. Gray water systems allow for the reuse of water from actually formed daily, such as washing dishes or taking showers. Gray water collection systems allow for not only save money on water bills, but also contribute to the water conservation efforts around the globe, which become increasingly important. After having looked at the various benefits of gray water, I am convinced that sustainable solutions like gray water systems are not only invaluable, but also inevitable in the pursuit of pursuing sustainable water practices for the future. Thank you. Please welcome Caleb Wright, who is speaking on aging the climate.
In the archives of the Nova Scotia's history, few figures stand as prominently as A.J. McClellan. His life's work, marked by unending commitment to civil rights and involvement in local politics, left a permanent mark on the city and its residents. Today, we will learn about the significance of A.J. McClellan, exploring his early life, his activism in the civil rights movement, his political career, and the enduring legacy he left behind. McClellan's journey began in origin shaped by the segregated South. Born into a family that instilled the values of integrity and justice, McClellan's young years laid the foundation for his future achievements. His education, despite the challenges posed by racial discrimination, equipped him with the tools to challenge the status quo and advocate for change. McClellan emerged as a leading voice in the struggle for civil rights in Columbus, Georgia. His activism was not through speech, but showed in hands-on actions aimed at getting rid of injustice. From organizing protests to advocating for voting rights, McClellan fearlessly confronted discrimination in hopes of helping marginalized communities. His local efforts were felt across the nation, contributing to the momentum of the larger civil rights movement. The transition from activism to politics was natural for McClellan. Recognizing the power of institutional change, he sought to begin reform over time government. When elected to public office, McClellan became patriotic. McClellan was elected to the Columbus City Council, where he served for over 28 years after playing a crucial role in the consolidation of the city and county governments, and was appointed as mayor pro tem, which means he served the role of mayor in his absence. He briefly served as mayor when J.R. Allen was killed in a plane crash. McClellan was the first and only black man to serve in that role. His time in office was marked by a steadfast commitment to public service as he worked tirelessly to address the needs of his constituents and champion progressive policy. McClellan's legacy extended beyond his time in the Senate. His contributions to Columbus, Georgia, even after his death, show the power of his leadership. Georgia, even after his death, the power of leadership. He paved the way for future generations of leaders and activists, inspiring them to carry the torch of justice and equality. Commemorative efforts, including the naming of public spaces in his honor, serve as reminders of his enduring impact and the imperative to preserve his memory. Two places in Columbus that now bear his name are the A.J. McClellan YMCA and A.J. McClellan Memorial Stadium. McClellan used the YMCA to engage, educate, and enrich the African youth. The city of Columbus originally built the YMCA on Brookhaven Boulevard, now Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in 1965, and was renamed for McClellan in 1986. The A.J. McClellan YMCA provided a safe haven for many citizens. According to the St. Louis boys basketball coach, O.J. Billingsley, who also works at the A.J. McClellan YMCA, the YMCA has impacted me and my family with experiences with summer camp, sports, and jobs. Through the YMCA, I've met many people and have had the opportunity to affect lives and be a positive role model for coaching. I've been coaching for 7 years now, and I'm forever thankful for the YMCA. Memorial Stadium was recently renamed the A.J. McClellan Memorial Stadium. The stadium, known for hosting the Deep South's oldest rivalry football games between Auburn University and the University of Georgia from 1916 to 1958, continues to host college rivalry games. Each year, the Fountain City Classic between Fort Valley State and Albany State takes place at the stadium. It is one of the top games played between historically black colleges and universities in the country. In conclusion, A.J. McClellan's impact on Columbus continues on after his death. His life's work shows the power individuals have to make change in their community. As we reflect on his legacy, we are reminded of the ongoing struggle for justice and equality, and how important it is to fight for equality. McClellan's legacy provides us hope and serves as a call to action, urging us to confront injustice wherever it is to ensure for a better tomorrow. Thank you. Please welcome Tobias Lincoln, speaking on the Resilient Expedition First.
Did you know that Brazil played a large part in World War II? Brazil strengthened the Allied forces by fighting on the North African and Italian fronts. Due to their focused effort, Brazil helped change World War II for the better. World War II's effects were felt worldwide, even in Brazil. During that time, Brazil struggled with a government riddled with political strife and economic turmoil. Political groups were all fighting for power. Brazil had a strong connection with Germany at the time, participating in trade and diplomatic relations. One of the strongest factions in Brazil's government was the AIB, standing for Brazilian Integralist Action. They were a fascist group in heavy support of Germany. At the same time as the diplomatic relations with Germany, Brazil also had a strong connection with the United States of America. This resulted in much political strife. In 1930, Brazil had a transformation. Brazilian government
Brazilian President Getúlio Vargas started to separate from Nazi Germany, banning anything associated with them, including flags, political meetings, the AIB, and even making sure speaking German was down to a minimum. During the banning of the AIB, an assassination attempt by the AIB on Vargas took place. In the end, Vargas was left uninjured. Vargas had started to make the bans on the AIB stronger after the assassination attempt, where they were being funded by Nazi Germany. Brazil had attempted to stay neutral, ensuring no fighting would happen in its waters or ports. Eventually, Brazil joined the side of the Allies for the war. This was due to Germany's repeated blockades of Brazilian ships heading to Europe, eventually climaxing in the sinking a Brazilian ship, killing sailors, and sending Brazil to join the side of the Allies for the war. Brazil's military was weak at the time. To help solve this problem, they started the Brazilian Expeditionary Force, or the BEF. The BEF was supplied with ships and equipment from the U.S. Alongside with the ships and equipment the U.S. gave, they also set up training facilities to help train new BEF soldiers. The BEF was deployed to the North African front, using their ships and planes to help support the ground troops. After a while, they were dubbed the Cobras Fumatas, which directly translates to smoking snakes. This was due to a common saying at the time: it is more likely for a snake to smoke a pipe than for Brazil to join the war. Shortly after Brazil joined the North African front, their focus shifted to the Italian front, due to the North African front being one. They mostly transported over to Italy with the U.S. They marched up through Italy, eventually reaching their biggest battle, the Battle of Monte Cassino. In this battle, the Brazilian soldiers, alongside with U.S. soldiers, tried to attack the fortified Nazi position of Monte Cassino. This battle resulted in a great loss for the BEF, with 412 soldiers either wounded, missing, or injured. After the battle, the BEF needed time to recuperate and replenish. After recuperating and replenishing their troops, they marched up through Italy, eventually ending their time in the war in the northern end of Italy. Brazil's service in World War II had a long-lasting impact on Brazilian culture and how others thought of Brazil. At the end of the war, Brazil decided to immediately pull out of Italy, not bothering to help the U.S. with the border disputes. After the war, Brazil returned to democracy, straying away from the old system of rule Vargas had started. This was due to Brazilian soldiers realizing just how similar Brazil's political regime was to that of Germany. This caused massive outrage. Vargas had promised to bring back democracy, but the military had struggled to believe him, resulting in a bloodless coup. Brazil's time in World War II helped show it was a global superpower. At the end of the war, the saying, "the snake will smoke," started to be a common phrase in Brazil, used to mean something that will happen no matter what. After the war, Brazil focused on the military, knowing if another such conflict arose, it would be helpful. Brazil started to rise as the most powerful country in South America. During Brazil's military growth in size, many attempts to take power happened, showing how Brazil was still littered with political strife and turmoil. The BEF failed to be recognized by the country, with it being immediately dismobilized after the war. BEF non-combatant veterans were banned from wearing any medals or uniforms they had earned, and BEF combatant veterans were pushed to the edge of society. In conclusion, Brazil did not just fight the war, but instead they helped change the war for the better. Not only did they change the war for the better, but they helped show their true power to the world. Thank you.
Great job, guys. Can you give them another round of applause? Thank you for being here. You can come up and visit and get some pictures or not before you leave. So, great. Thank you for being here.
Who's doing it? Woohoo! All right, I'll see you guys later.
I forgot to bring a thought for my own.
That's what Jeff said. His knees were long.
We couldn't see anything, so.
I feel like I could have done that. I feel like I was perfect.
Sorry, grandmother.
No, I said. I don't know anything.
Because you did when you're supposed to do, you go, oh, I messed up, let me fix that.
I bet you learned a lot from this. Rainwater. We went on
Yeah. to work in the morning. These women, they would walk from here to their big center on the street with buckets to get water from the spigot down the street. And those kids got ready to go to school, even though they were coming out of cardboard shacks with dirt floors. The kids would clean, and they always wondered for the little girls had their new socks on, white shirts, and the boys had white shirts and white shirts, stuff like that. I mean, their mothers just carried them hungry. Heavy. Oh no, don't do that. You're gonna ruin your neck.
Across the stadium, so she was like, other than that, I think it's yes, yeah, it's just like the big Hey guys, it's from Wellsburg. There's Darwin. Thank you.
I hope today, Daisy.
I could not tell. You could not tell. We're going to see. Wait. I didn't. Here, what do you want? Someone to carry this? This way, we're going this way. Hey, get out.
You got this.
What is that? We were videotaped?
Nah.
No.